Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Live with Hassan Akhtar. Viewers, our today's lesson related to class 9th, unit number 1, matrices and determinants. We are continuing same exercise 1.6. Question number 1. Statement is use matrices if possible to solve the following systems of linear equations by matrix inversion method. Viewers, this is the method in our today's topic. In our previous topic, we have discussed Cramer's rule. Here you can see if possible. That means you have already done some definitions. You studied singular matrix, non-singular matrix. Just to remind you, a matrix whose value of determinant is equal to 0 is called singular matrix, and a matrix whose value of determinant is non-zero is called non-singular matrix. Viewers, keep in mind that solution exists or solution is possible only for non-singular matrices. Moving ahead towards the first part, values are 2x minus 2y is equal to 4, 3x plus 2y is equal to 6, or our viewers question may come in this horizontal frame, it may come in this vertical frame. If it is already in this vertical frame, then easy for you, go ahead and keep on working, reaching your final step. But if it is coming like this in horizontal order, you are advised better to convert it into this vertical frame, then working will become very easy for you. Starting our solution, you can see that I've written the same equations in vertical order. I've already told you that they may come in your exam in horizontal order, they may come in the same vertical order. So if they are in vertical order, it's okay. If they are in horizontal order, you need to convert it into vertical order. Our first step is to write the given equations in matrices form. So writing in form of matrices, we have how we are going to write here. This is very easy and very interesting. See the first equation, coefficient of x it is 2, coefficient of y it is minus 2. So 2 and minus 2, they become two entries of first row in my matrix. Likewise, in the second equation, 3 and 2 are the coefficients of x and y. So likewise, these are the entries of my second row. If you want to focus towards column, 2 and 3 will stand for my first column. You can see here 2 and 3 are the entries of my first column. Likewise, the second column, it is minus 2 and 2, and you can verify over here minus 2 and 2 are the entries of my second column. Next, into frame, you will be having matrix of variables, that is x and y in column frame is equal to, towards the right, viewers, we have just to put a matrix. It is a column matrix. This will be our step 1 in all parts in this method of matrix inversion method. Hope it is clear to you all. We name the matrices as, the first one as matrix A and the second one as matrix X, whereas the matrix on the right hand side is named as B. Viewers, you can observe here, we will use in the next coming steps, A into X is equal to B. One more informative thing, what is A? You can see we made A from the coefficients of X and Y. So A is a matrix of coefficients. Here A is a matrix of coefficients, X is a matrix of variables, and B is a matrix of constants. So from 1 we have AX is equal to B, which implies X is equal to A inverse B. How it comes, viewers? This is done here on the right hand side of working column. AX is equal to B. Pre-multiplying both sides by A inverse, you will be having A inverse AX is equal to A inverse B. This implies identity into x is equal to A inverse B. Viewers, you all know that I into x, that is identity into x, results in x. This is how you reach at x is equal to A inverse B. We give it our equation number 2. We will use it for the solution in the next steps. Hope this is clear. This is very easy to understand and it is being utilized in conversion of Ax is equal to B implies x is equal to A inverse B. It may also help you in your objectives, because if these two are interchanged, if it is in the frame x into A, then using the same logic you can reach at the correct option of the answer. Hope you all understand. Next, we know that the rule for A inverse is adjoint of A over determinant of A. Our first target is to calculate A determinant. Entries of A were 2, minus 2, 3, 2 in the row frame. So far you know the order of determinant, that is first place multiplied by fourth place, 2 into 2, in between sign is minus, then second place multiplied by third place, you got minus 2 into 3. Finally you reach at 4 plus 6, which is 10. You can see that 10 is a non-zero number, therefore we say that A is a non-singular matrix and A inverse is possible. This means we can go ahead and we can have a solution. Moving to the next, our first target is to calculate adjoint of A. Viewer, this is also very easy and interesting. See, it is done here again in the rough side. A was a matrix having elements 2, minus 2, 3, 2 in row order. How to calculate adjoint of A? I tell you the rule, viewers. Place number 1 and place number 4, you need to interchange them. By chance these are the same values, same numbers, so when you interchange them, even then they remain same. Regarding place number 2 and place number 3, you can see that, and you have to keep in mind that for this you need to just change the sign. It was minus 2, it became plus 2 here. Here it was plus 3, it became minus 3. This is the rule of making adjoint of A from A given to you. Hope it is clear to you all. Next, we know the rule A inverse is equal to adjoint of A over determinant of A. We calculated adjoint of A, already having the value of determinant of A, that is 10. So using the values in this, we get A inverse is equal to a matrix of order 2 by 2 with entries 2, 2, minus 3, 2 whole over 10, can be written as 1 over 10 into the same matrix of order 2 by 2. Viewers, now we will use this value in equation number 2, that was x is equal to A inverse B. It becomes, this was A inverse, just now in your picture over here we put it over here, and B already we discussed in number 1 is a matrix of constant, that is 4, 6. Now we need to multiply these two matrices. Viewers, you have completed before this exercise all the 5 exercises, and you have practiced how to multiply different order matrices, so it's easy for you to multiply, although you have done it, but I explain for you once again. It's better for you if you can have an arrow in horizontal frame in the first matrix and an arrow in the vertical frame in the second matrix. Now multiply the first element with the first element. It is done here, 2 into 4. In between you are must to take sign plus, then second place element here and second place element here, that is 2 into 6. So first row work is done. Now move to the second row, do the same job. First place element multiplied with first place element, it is done here, minus 3 into 4. In between you have to take sign plus, then second place multiply by second place, 2 into 6. Make them simplify, it becomes 8 plus 12, and here it comes minus 12 plus 12. Outside is 1 over 10 as it is. Next step, we got 1 over 10 into simplification gives us as 20, 0, a column matrix. So what to do? Introduce this 1 over 10 inside. 20 into 1 over 10 and 0 into 1 over 10, making the cancellation. You will be having in front of matrix xy a column matrix 2 0 in frame of column. This means that x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 0. That is my answer. Hope you all understand. We next go for part number 5. The values are 3x minus 2y is equal to 4 minus 6x plus 4y is equal to 7. They are already in vertical frame. So my solution first step is same vertical order. Clear? Our first step, viewers, after converting them into vertical order, writing them in the form of matrices we have. Now we will formulate the same method. You can see here 3 minus 6 is my first column, you can see here, and minus 2 4 is my second column. On the other hand, if you want to go like this, 3 minus 2 are the entries of my first row and minus 6 4 are the entries of my second row. X y to be taken like same column matrix is equal to, I already told you that you have just to put a matrix towards the right hand side. Again it is giving you a x is equal to b. So far you are clear about a is a matrix of coefficients, x is a matrix of variables, and b is a matrix of constants. From 1 we have ax is equal to b, which implies x is equal to a inverse b. Viewer, this is already explained in the first part. So now we calculate value of a determinant. What is a determinant? 3 into 4 minus 2 into minus 6. Our result becomes 12 minus 12 is equal to 0. Here value of determinant becomes 0. So A is a singular matrix and A inverse is impossible. In addition, I wrote as A inverse is equal to adjoint of A over determinant of A. This result is 0. So any value divided by 0, you already know it will be undefined. This means that in this case solution is impossible. Moving to the next part number 8. Again the values are given to us in vertical frame, writing them in the form of matrices. Viewers, hopefully you are clear now. I am using the column frame 3 1. You can see here the first column is 3 1. The second column is minus 4 2. It's easy now for you to understand and make the practice. Next is every time column matrix containing x, y variables. On the right hand side you have just to put up brackets. It's a column matrix containing elements 4 8. So we have a, x and b, and from 1 we have ax is equal to b, which implies x is equal to a inverse b. You can perform the working you understood in part number 1 in front of this, that how from ax is equal to b you obtain x is equal to a inverse b. Viewers, after reaching here, your main target is to calculate value of a determinant. You have a, its determinant will be simply like this. Order of determinant 3 into 2 minus into minus 4 into 1, that will be 6 plus 4 is equal to 10. So 10 is non-zero, therefore solution is possible. Here A is a non-singular matrix and A inverse is possible. After this, our target is to calculate adjoint of A. Viewers, see here I have again done for you in rough working column. A was a matrix in row frame 3 minus 4 1 2. Adjoint of A, that I told you the rule that you need to interchange these two values. 3 and 2 will be interchanged. You can see they become 2 and 3 like this. That is, place number 1 element goes to place number 4 and place number 4 element goes to place number 1, as is visible well clear over here. Regarding the other two, you have just to change the sign. It was minus 4, it became plus 4. This was plus 1, it became minus 1. So this is how we calculated adjoint of A. Next is the rule. You already know A inverse is equal to adjoint of A over determinant of A. So far you have the value of adjoint of A, you have the value of A determinant. So using these values you are in easy position to calculate A inverse. So the A inverse becomes a matrix of order 2 by 2 in row order as 2 4 minus 1 3 whole over 10 can be written as 1 over 10 into the same matrix of order 2 by 2. using these values in number 2. Our number 2 was ax is equal to b, which implies x is equal to a inverse b. So using the values over here, we obtain 1 over 10 into a matrix of order 2 by 2, 2, 4, minus 1, 3 into a matrix of constants, column matrix 4, 8. Again the procedure is same. First element over here multiplied with first element and then sign plus, second element over here and move here in vertical frame second matrix multiplied with second element. So we reach 2 into 4 plus 4 into 8. In the new line, new row, minus 1 into 4 plus 3 into 8. So finally make the calculation. We reach at 8 plus 32 and minus 4 plus 24. Making the simplifications, we get 1 over 10 into column matrix 40, 20. Now what we will do, we will introduce 1 over 10 inside. We will obtain 40 into 1 over 10 and 20 into 1 over 10. Cancellation will gives us 4, 2, that is column matrix xy is equal to column matrix 4, 2. This implies x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 2. This is my answer. Hope you all understand. Thank you very much. You can provide your feedback.